The weekly breakdown video of the trades I took this week on each day during the kill zones, ICT concepts from what I've learned and what I've already known. Let's get into it. Let's see. So I'm gonna start off the 4 hour just because I mean, yes, I could go to a full breakdown of the monthly, but pretty much let's do that real quick. Come on, I do. I just want to get right to it. You know what I'm saying? But all I noticed was the monthly chart came down into this zone right here. The reason why I was looking at this zone is because this caused the break of structure, came down into this zone. When it pushed away strongly. Not only that, it did a market shift right here on the monthly chart and came back down for a turtle soup on this candle. Or depending on how you see it, I know he goes by the order blocks, but I think this just helps me a lot more, that if you're looking at this candle anyway and draw it across, that's the area I was looking for it to come back into, which it came up for. This was November 2022. In December, it came back down right into that zone. And now in January, it's about to be closing soon in 2 days, it's coming back up. Went down to the weekly, same charts here. This was that zone right in here. And I noticed that when it came back up in December, when it was starting to come back down, I noticed this little order block right here that bounced off of this turtle soup on the weekly. Now, when it came back up for it coming into January, now let's go ahead and go down to the daily. What I noticed the beginning of this week was this was a consolidation zone. Consolidation goes into the price. Is it price theory? I don't know. Don't quote me on these terms, but if you want to check out my mentors page, ICT, you'll be able to find all the terms there. But trying to get this breakdown through. I'm trying to get used to doing this teaching, but we're not teaching, but like my analysis and showing you what I do. But pretty much consolidation to expansion to retracement back to the order block to reversal. And I'm expecting it to take out these highs right here. So what I did was I went down to the 4 hour chart. So every candlestick represents 4 hours, or just to let you know, from monthly, weekly, daily, represents 4 hours of time right here. Monthly, 1 month, weekly, 1 week, 1 day, etc. So on this one, look, consolidation, right? Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. Now this wasn't here at first. What I noticed was before it was down here. So the beginning of this week, this is Friday, Sunday, this was Monday right here. And what I noticed was this consolidation. I posted it on my Instagram too. Follow me on there also if you want to see those updates more frequently, at least what I post in my trading page of my profits. But consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal, I noticed that since it came down here and it was starting to come back up, that it was possibly going to take out these buy stop liquidity up here, because it hasn't been there in a while. And also I'm going in the direction of the trend of the monthly and weekly and just taking them on a lower time frame. So now when I get down to, let's go down to the hour, see a lot more detail now. Now let me see if I can reveal what I already done, so that way my charts don't look crazy. I guess it's still crazy, but it's all good. I got a lot of notes here for myself. Remember, journal your stuff. That was the biggest thing I missed during my trading journey. I'm 3.5 years in, almost, pretty much. It'd be 4 years in October, but I never journaled. I never wrote down stuff. I didn't really write down stuff on like paper. I noticed I like journaling on my actual charts and taking notes this way. It just helps me a lot better. Anyways, consolidation, expansion, retracement, and I was looking for a reversal. So let me go down to And those are the order blocks. These gray zones are the order blocks of the areas I was looking for price to come back to. The green lines are the fair value gaps. And these were liquidity voids on the 4-hour that I was looking for it to come in and fill. So let's go down to the 15-minute, let's say maybe even the 5-minute. So these red and green lines, the green line is the weekly end and the weekly beginning. So every week you'll see those green lines on my chart. That means where the week started and the week ended. The red lines are the days. So that way I separate them by days. Let me just go in here. So let's go. I think I started on Wednesday. Kind of being a little bit too loud. Low key, my kids sleep. But we're good. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this money. Anyways, let's. I started recording them on Wednesday, but let's go back to Monday real quick. So on Monday, let's turn this on to Monday. I have this indicator that helps with the kill zones. So this is the Asian range session, and if anybody knows about the Asian range, you already know how ICT does. You're looking for the Asian range to be manipulated or the Judas swing to happen. So I wasn't awake during this time because I have kids. I gotta work in the morning, everything. So this happens for me since I'm in Chicago until about like 11 o'clock, I think. Yep. And then I'm already asleep pretty much by this time. And all this happened during the London session, which is this green line here. New York is this red line. London closed. This is blue, light blue line, and this pink line is New York close. And then the red line is the close of the day, or the kill zones, pretty much. Anyways, the time I start looking for trades at like 6 a.m. So right here where the New York kill zone starts. On Mondays, I usually don't like to use or look for the kill zones at that time. Let me just actually, you know what? This make this easier too. I don't know why I got that open. Mondays, I don't like to look for the New York kill zone. I like to wait for the open first at 8:30. So at 8:30 was, yep, right here, of course. This is the 8:30 open that's dropped down here, and it took out the Asian low and then went into that direction. So it looked like this was kind of like the Judas swing, if anything. I mean, pretty much. And then it skyrocketed to the upside. But I didn't actually take any trades here anyway on Monday because I actually wasn't sure on this one. So I just stayed out the market on this one. Came up here and ended up finishing the day right here. Then the Asian rain on this day. I was actually up on Tuesday. This is Tuesday. And I actually seen this actually form at 12 o'clock because I was watching I was watching some Walking Dead. But end up not taking that because that's not the time I want to trade. I got to follow my trading plan. And when I woke up in the morning, I noticed it already started to trend down. You can see all these kind of like fair value gap lines I was putting right here. But let me actually go to the, just to make this a little easier too, because I was really taking them on the 1 minute anyway. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I need to get me a new laptop since I'm starting to do this stuff. I'm excited. This is dope though. Anyways, get me out of my comfort zone, you know. Anyways, where am I at? 6 o'clock, 7, about 8:30, which is right here. So I noticed this little area needed to be coming, that had to come and fill in this gap, these liquidity pool. So I waited. I waited this entire time. This actual line needs to be no, this is no, it needs to be up here though, because I trade until like, I know that might not be his concept, but I trade until about like after the open too. So anyways, I did take this trade right here from this candle coming back into this, when it broke structure, came back up into this area, I took this trade down because it came back to a 1 minute order block, and it came back down and took out this liquidity right here. And then I think I got out. I think I took partials and then got out here. I just didn't record this one. And then after this point, I don't think I took anything there. Came up here. Came up. Let's see. Let's go to, yeah, I don't think I took any more that day. I just took that one. So that was Tuesday. So Wednesday, let's look at the Wednesday Asian range right here. So Wednesday's Asian range here. Consolidation, of course. And because of the Judas swing, it came up and took out those buy stop liquidity up here, end up changing directions and taking out the other side of liquidity, build it up on this consolidation range, and just fell off the earth all the way down. This is 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning right here. So I didn't take any trades at 6 either that day. I should have. Shoot, that was a nice setup though. Came right back into that order block right there. Could have had my stop loss above here, or waited for like actual change in market structure right here. Came right here, came back up, turtle soup, boom, took out that liquidity right there. That could have been a trade right there. But this is the one I actually took, and this was at 8. So the 8:30 open, came back up, filled in that fair value gap. And then this was a 1 hour order block with a 15-minute order block confluence. That's why I wrote right there. And then I waited for the flip pattern turtle soup on the 1 minute entry. Turtle soup is pretty much just a flip of supply and demand. If you do supply and demand, it's just when it fails, it breaks on the other side and comes back to retest it to enter in on that zone. And then yep, so I waited for the 1 minute setup to go follow the money down to the 4 hour PD array. So the 4 hour PD array, I was actually looking to target down here, which was the 4 hour order block that was down there left, that I didn't believe got tapped into, but it actually came and returned to this 4 hour fair value gap that I had marked up on my charts. So I had this stop liquidity right here that's still right there. I entered in the zone. Let's look right real quick what happened. So it tapped into the zone, but I didn't enter in automatically because I knew this was a moving uptrend. Once it broke down, came back, I entered in. Yeah, I entered in actually right here on the wick. So actually, this should be actually a little bit lower. In this, yep, 200. Yep, still 200 though. So I usually have my stop loss around 200 or 20 points. In my take profits, usually I try to get a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 on scalping. So I was looking for this 1 to really more than that. I was really looking for this. I was really looking at that target all the way down there, which was a 1 to 16. But I end up I get out right here. I took half off right here, which is after that liquidity stop right here, because I actually didn't expect this to come back, and it actually came back while I was still holding the position. And I should have took it off right here, but I didn't. I think I was like probably doing something, my kids or something like that. But that's why you gotta be careful. You don't if you got kids or you have work or anything else, I would not recommend doing what I do. But I mean, I'm not recommending anything. This is just advice. This is what I do. I gotta make it some way to get out. I can get out of my situation, so I gotta do what I gotta do. So that's what I did. I had to do what I had to do. So got in here and came back. Did not take me out though. It went negative for a second. Came back into profit. Came and took out this sell stop liquidity, and I took half off right here at 1 to 5. Then I closed the rest of the position right down here which was the 1 to 8, because I noticed it tapped into that fair value gap. I was expecting it to go lower, but it didn't. And once it came back and started retracing, I just ended up taking half, which is glad it did, because it ended up fully reversing here. And it looks like it made a turtle soup pattern actually on probably on the higher time frames right here to actually continue going up. So to the next thing, this was at the 1 o'clock kill zone, which was the New York close kill zone. And what did I do here? Let's see what happened. So I must have been looking at an order block on a higher time frame. Let's see. How did I get into this one? Okay, perfect. Yep. So obviously this zone right here, it ended up going past this zone a little bit. This order block like here, but it wasn't. I guess it wasn't strong enough, or I don't know how that. I'm still learning. But I ended up waiting. The candle ended up closing, still going up. So I was just following the pressure going up, and I went back down to the 5 minute. Let's see. Go back down to the 5 minute here. Yeah, so 5 minute. End up counting this as an order block itself. Even though it broke structure, it came back. And I was just following price. I was end up getting out at a certain point, but let's see. You just be in the moment, bro. I promise you. Just be in the moment. This is real and raw. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, this is real and raw. So if y'all plan on starting a YouTube channel, just do it, bro. Just go ahead. I'm learning right now, and I'm all over the place. But eventually, in the future, it's gonna be solid. I mean, it's solid now. I mean, it don't matter. We're gonna get better over time. We're gonna get better as we grow. We're gonna get better. Anyways, so well, my kids is about to get up. Like, they just woke up a little bit. Anyways, hit the turtle soup here on the 1 minute, entered in, and I went for this buy stop liquidity. End up taking looks like move stop to break even once I had. Guessing this was supposed to be for the buy stop liquidity here, and then close all positions once I seen this bigger candle come back and break structure. So I was actually aiming for a little bit higher, and the reason why it's not there, it was some buy stop liquidity for the week up there. So, and then Wednesday had oops, no, hold on. No, that was Wednesday. I'm tripping. Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning, I waited for that open to happen first to see where it was going to go, and I took it back on the way up. Entered in aggressively, didn't even wait for a retracement, and I put my stops under the order block. And I was looking for that to target up here, but it didn't even go up that far. So I took half off right here, right where it gets to that order block right here. Or not order block, I'm sorry. Got to this rejection zone right here, and it started coming back to retrace. So I just took half off. Usually I take half off sometimes at a 1 to 2. So that was all the way down here. So I could have took it off. Hey, I don't remember actually if I took it off there or right here at 4. But I was definitely aiming for this buy stop liquidity up here. This one was a loss. I was expecting it to come obviously with this breaking structure right here. Came down, broke. I was expecting it to drop lower and to come back down past to take out this liquidity here. But it ended up going back up, so I ended up losing this one, which was, did I have two on here? Did I have two on here? No, I got one. So I guess that was actually 400 or 40 points instead of 20, which I don't know why that's 40. That definitely broke my rule right there. That should have been 20. Anyways, the next trade, I just scratched that trade and went to the next trade, which is at 12:30. Waited for that break of structure on the 1 minute. Turtle soup again. Put my stops below that candle right here, and it traded up right up to my area and took profit. So that was when it traded again. And Friday. Yeah, Friday I didn't take any trades, I think. No, yes I did. I took one in the morning. So Asian range, Judas swing, took out the liquidity on the bottom side of that Asian range, and then went out and took out the top. Actually, took out the top before and then the bottom, and then back up. But I wasn't up at that time, so this already all happened. And then this was 6 a.m. right here. I wasn't up for that. Smart money gets in below Asian range, then sends the market in the opposite direction during London session, which it did. This was London session. And then choppy market, ranging, waited for the New York Open to see if the trend direction would be established. This was Friday. And then trends showing up after breakout, waited for return to order block on the 1 minute. This is why notes is important. See, for me, notes is super important because I could talk and then I get lost in my words, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what did I do that day? So what I did was, this was 8:30 open right here, so I waited to see what happened, and then I waited. This was all choppy. That's why I wrote that in there. It was choppy, so I wasn't even going to trade. And then it broke out up and then came back down, turtle soup again. I was expecting it to go lower, but it didn't. So it came up, pushed up again, and came back down onto this one. And I got in. I couldn't help myself. So I got in, put my stops below this area right here, and rode up for a 1 to 3. And then I'm taking out right at that buy side liquidity line right here on the higher time frames. And then what happened down here? Nothing. I think I was just watching the market at this point, because Fridays, the PM session, I don't trade anymore. Used to, but I just noticed I lose a lot during those sessions. It's just always the end of the weekly close, and it ends up being choppy or just nothing I like. So just watching Friday afternoon 1 p.m. session, and that's where it ended up closing at right here. Broke down, change of character, break of structure, which is more like smart money concepts, but I still do that stuff too. And I still remember psychological levels. I still remember bullish candles, momentum candles, dojis, all that stuff I still remember. But I don't really take those into account all the time. I still just have them in my mind. But yeah, that's pretty much my weekly breakdown. What do I expect for this upcoming week? Shoot, I don't know. Well, let's see. I would probably look at that a little bit later. I wasn't even really doing that right now, but let's just see. This is not advice. I mean, this is not financial. I'm not giving you. I don't even know what it's called, but I'm not telling you to do what I'm about to explain here, or what I'm looking for. I'm not telling you to invest your money. I'm not telling you to put money in the account. I ain't telling you to sell your house. You know what I'm saying? None like that. All I'm gonna tell you is that what I'm looking for this week is to still take out this buy stop liquidity. Actually, I could probably, let me see, because I mean, technically, since I've already done this breakdown, I kind of already have it right there, buy stop liquidity, but it's a lot going on the screen. Fresh chart, skip it. And we could just get this because I was looking for it to go down to that area. Well, yeah, I still expect it to come up here and take this out. And I'm gonna mark up the new daily zone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you guys already know from his short-term trading series, that you mark it up that way, so that way you can know, or at least have a good idea on how to plan your trades for the week. So I'm expecting still this to take this out, and I'm still expecting it to take this out based off the monthly. That's what all I have to say for this. Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. So I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Just getting started with this. Give me some time to work in how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do it in my own style. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to bring content. You should just start getting to this groove, have some legacy left behind, and something I could look forward to look back on and say, like, man, this is how I started, man. So I can always look back. Just